I'm not gonna lie, this movie made me scream, but it was a manly scream. In The Woman in Black, a London lawyer heads to an old manor in a remote village to examine papers left by a recently deceased woman. When he arrives, he finds a community that does not want him there and a spirit with an endless taste for revenge. I found myself in a shockingly good movie. Upon reaching Crith and Gifford, Arthur is immediately treated like crap by all of the villagers, and even his contact there is trying to hurry him back out of town. Now, he's on his last leg at work because he's been mourning the death of his wife very hard, and he has a young son to take care of. The lawyer decides he's going to stick it out. He travels out to Illmarsh Manor and finds one of the most obviously haunted houses imaginable, and it's not exactly empty. Shortly after Arthur's arrival in the village, children begin to die. He manages to find an ally in a man who has already lost his son, but will they be enough to stop what is going on? What lives in that manor is responsible for countless deaths, and every time she is seen, death is sure to follow. This is a rare, well-done ghost story that has a classic feel to it. Now, it starts with a hard bump, definitely gets our attention, but then it takes its time telling us about the specter and the young man trying to stop her. We have a haunted hero here. He's conflicted with his own tragedy as he's trying to stop one from taking countless lives. The story is filled with not only moments of hard fear, but a rich, dark plot and characters that pulled me into a world filled with dread. The atmosphere in this movie alone made me extremely uncomfortable. The infamous manor should have "Warning, haunted as hell" on a huge sign out in its front yard, but then it really doesn't need it. Just looking at this structure fills you with a little bit of fear. Even before any character steps inside, you get this sinister presence just permeating through the screen. Now, once inside, we have these huge dark shadows, endless hallways, and toys that come to life, which is always frightening. The ghostly happenings in this movie are brought to life through surprising special effects because they're more practical than computer generated. They sell the terror so well that even when you see the scare coming, it's still going to get you. I was even surprised by Daniel Radcliffe in this. Now, we all know how he got into the business, how he made his big claim to fame, but here he shows his merit as a horror actor. There are some scenes that could have been but his performance alone not only made them better, but even more dark. The only real problem I had in this movie was the townspeople. Now, if you know if someone goes up to a manor and they see this ghost, some kids are going to die, don't let them go up there. Tell them the truth. If that doesn't work, beat the crap out of them, then stick them back on the train. You just can't rely on, "We don't want you here. Get out of here." That's not going to work. I blame all of these hillbillies for all the death that happens in this movie. The Woman in Black is a rich ghost story that does take its time to build, but it will not disappoint you. This is definitely one to watch when you want an old-fashioned horror film that will continue to haunt you once it's over. Now, I think Arthur was more of a hero than he gave himself credit for. If I was at my house and my rocking chair suddenly started moving by itself, you could follow my girlish shrieks all the way to the closest church.